Hello, hello, my friends. I am going to conduct a little bit of an experiment here on my channel this month. You guys know that I typically like to upload my empties video at the end of every month. And last month, I finished 21 candles, which I was pretty proud of. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty proud of finishing that many candles in one month, particularly because if you haven't noticed, I've had a lot of new fragrances to produce dedicated reviews on for all of you. I also have the inevitable hair going on in my mouth. And while that was a great thing to finish up that many candles, I do also feel a little bit of pressure then to kind of condense the review of each candle that I finish up, or not condense, but when there's 21 candles, if I take a minute or two, a minute and a half to talk about each candle, I don't know, it's going to get a little bit lengthy. So I decided that for this month, I was going to go ahead and try filming 2 empties videos where mid-month, we're going to check in and see how many candles have I finished up, and I'm going to share those with you. So you guys let me know in the comment box down below, do you like the idea of me doing an empties video twice a month? The other reason that I wanted to do this is because we are actually coming between seasons, I would say, in the candle world. So obviously, you guys, the actual season of summer hasn't even officially started. That doesn't happen until June 20th. But you guys know how things are in the candle community or with these candle manufacturers. Within a couple of weeks, we're going to start being inundated with fall fragrances, and a lot of these summer scents might be making their way to the sale aisle, right? So, or the sale tab, more likely on the websites these days. And so I thought, you know what? It's probably a little bit better for me to give you guys some reviews on some of these summer fragrances in case you're seeing any of those candles being clearanced out and you might want to know how they burn all the way through. So hit thumbs up if you like this video. You guys know that I like to talk a lot. So we're going to go ahead and try to get right into it. I'm settling into a new chair here today. I'm using my daughter's desk chair. We just changed out everything. So I feel like I'm sitting a little bit shorter today. And fun fact about me, you guys, I am all of a whopping 5'2.5". I'm not a very tall person. People were always baffled when they met my dad because my dad was 6'6". He was Viking. And they're like, what happened to you? And I'm like, well, my mom was only 5 feet tall. And if you look at me, I tend to resemble my mom a little bit more. My sister actually resembles my dad. So yeah, fun facts about Katie, but you guys aren't here for those. You're here to hear about the candles. So why don't we go ahead and talk about some candles that I have already finished burning in the first half of June. The first candle that I'm going to talk about is from HOMEWORX. This is Pink Rum Punch. So the fragrance notes on this candle are pink pineapple, tropical rum, passion fruit, and ginger fizz. The pour date of the candle that I had was September 8th, 2023. So this candle, it was a nice fragrance. Was it anything that I felt like was completely unique and I've never smelled it before? No. I did do a dedicated review on this. In fact, I think all of these candles, 2 of these I don't have dedicated reviews on, but otherwise, if I have dedicated reviews, those are listed down below with the timestamps as well for you. This fragrance, I think a lot of people compared this one to, is it Pink Pineapple Sunrise from Bath and Body Works? I think a lot of people said that the fragrance was similar. I haven't had my nose on that one recently. I don't think, did they bring that one back this year? I'm not sure if they did. But to me, this is like a very, it's not like pineapple fragrance like I typically type or like you would typically smell. It's more like a pink pineapple type of fragrance. I know that sounds weird, but pineapple on its own can smell a little bit more acidic, where this smells like sweet pineapple to me. You get, it smells like a summer beverage. No booziness. I don't get any rum in here, even though it says tropical rum. I think that's what lends maybe to some of the sweetness. But I've noticed that a lot of Harry's fragrances, when they include rum, it's not really boozy to my nose as much as it is. There's an element of authentic sweetness. It's not a sugary sweetness that's mixed in here. Little bit, is there a fizz? Yeah, ginger fizz. I don't get a ton of ginger in this candle at all. In fact, my nose would not have detected ginger, but there is a little bit of like something that would give it like a fizziness or a carbonation. But I liked this candle. Is it going to be a repurchase for me? No, it's not. I actually really enjoyed burning this candle alongside Yankee Candle's Pink Sands. I don't know. It just kind of gave me those like beachy tropical vibes. Ooh, delivery. Oh, I think that's my Ulta order. Sorry, I know I don't cover beauty content anymore, but I did use some points last week to order the new Natasha Denona, the golden palette, the midi size. Ooh, I really want to go get that, but I'm going to finish filming this. Okay. Another HOMEWORX candle that I did finish burning. I did talk about this in my candle chat video that went up earlier this week. This is HOMEWORX Banana Daiquiri. Now, this particular packaging is from a duo that was on QVC back in the summer of 2022. It went on clearance, and then I purchased more of them, and they've just been sitting in my closet since then. Fragrance notes are sweet banana, coconut froth, dark rum, and sugared musk. The pour date on this candle is, what is this? December 11th, 2021. And I have told you guys, I love this fragrance. Banana Daiquiri, when I finally get around to putting together my like top 15 list of HOMEWORX fragrances ever, Banana Daiquiri will be on the list. This is one of my favorite summer fragrances from HOMEWORX. I also love drinking banana daiquiris, like when I'm on a cruise or something. I always order a few of those. This fragrance to me is very authentic. I talked about it in the candle chat, but you get banana in here, but it's not overly ripe banana. It's not Laffy Taffy banana. It's like a perfectly ripe banana. You get some of that coconut froth accord in there. And again, there's a rum note in here, but I think it just lends some natural sweetness. This is not cloying. It's not artificial. That is one of the things that I usually give HOMEWORX. I think that HOMEWORX is probably the best, in my opinion, with coming up with gourmand fragrances or tropical drink fragrances, because they always smell authentic to my nose. They don't smell like they're trying too hard to make you think of what it is that they're talking about. Harry's nose is just, I really think that he does that well. Now, does HOMEWORX have issues with their wicks and performance of strength and throw? Absolutely. Honestly, all of the brands do at this point. I don't think that there's one brand that doesn't have those issues for me. But this one did burn a little bit sooty towards the end there, although sometimes, you guys, when I get to the end of a candle, honestly, I probably could burn this one maybe like another 2 hours and really get to the end of all of that wax. But sometimes when I get to the end of a candle, like I'm just done with it, and I let it burn a little bit longer than that 3 to 4 hour window. And then so sometimes you see some of the sootiness there. But Banana Daiquiri is back on the Slatkin & Co. website. I actually have one on its way to me. So I didn't want to review the Banana Daiquiri that I had in my closet because that pour is 2.5 years ago, and things have changed a lot in the last 2.5 years. I did want to do a dedicated review on a more recent pour. So one is on its way to me, and I will make sure that I do a dedicated review on it for you guys. But just know it is one of my favorite fragrances from HOMEWORX, and I breathe a huge sigh of relief every year when I see it come back to the website. Let's go ahead and switch things up from HOMEWORX. I finished burning a Yankee candle, and if you caught my candle chat the other day, I actually kind of surprised you guys and told you that I participated in the Yankee semi-annual sale. And honestly, I'm kicking myself a little bit because I did not purchase another one of these. I bought this in 2023, and for whatever reason, I was thinking that it was like maybe only exclusive to that summer. But just when I went on the other day to I don't want to say to like link it in my description box, but to just see if it was still available. It is, and it's on clearance for $17 at Yankee. And I thought, darn it, why didn't I throw that into my cart? So this is Yankee's Iced Banana Pop. I don't have the exact fragrance notes on here because they're not listed on the bottom, but you can see, now this was in their 2-wick tumbler signature collection. And I burned half of this in the summer of 2023, and I love the fragrance enough that I was like, you know what, I want to put it back in my closet and bring it back out in 2024. I love this fragrance. It kind of has it's a banana fragrance. Again, not Laffy Taffy, very like perfectly ripe banana. I get a slight element of creaminess, like an ice cream type of note, and it does smell like the like a chocolate dipped banana, like what it's picturing here, where you've got some chocolate on the banana with some sprinkles. Fun fact about me, I love to go to, you guys just get all kinds of fun facts about me in these videos. One of my favorite places to go in the summertime is Balboa Island in Southern California. It's in Newport Beach, and they have a banana stand there that actually was the inspiration. If you guys saw the show Arrested Development, that was actually the inspiration for that area, or not that area, but like that thing in the plot line. If you've ever seen Arrested Development, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's always money in the banana stand. And anyways, I love getting, an iced banana pop from that stand when we go there. And so this is a fun summer memory. This candle, the reason I think that I would purchase another one of these, and I'm just kicking myself that I didn't, is that it burned well for me. Strength and throw on this one was probably, I would give it maybe like a 6. It wasn't super, super strong, but it was nice enough that I liked to burn it in my bedroom, and it really, really complements, you guys, here we go, probably my favorite candle of the summer, Kringle Candle's ice cream sandwiches. If you combine this one with that one, oh my goodness, it just gives you all of the nostalgic treat type of vibes. So really happy that I was able to finish that, but also a little bit annoyed with myself that I did not just include another one in my recent Yankee Candle order. All right, back to HOMEWORX. Here's a candle that was sent to me in PR. This was part of the Backyard Barbecue collection. This is Pineapple Melon Salsa. Honestly, you guys, this is probably one of my favorite fragrances that has been sent to me in PR from HOMEWORX. I would say over the last couple of months. So the fragrance notes on this are juicy melon, island pineapple, lemon lime zest, and fresh basil. This has a pour date of December 5th, 2023. And you can see, you guys, this one burned almost good to the last drop. It burned all the way down. I really loved this fragrance. You get pineapple for sure, but pineapple can be very hit or miss with me. But there's a melon note in here. I believe it's honeydew. I believe the melon note that I'm smelling in here is honeydew. I don't really get a ton of basil. The basil in here, there is a slight herbaceous note, but it's really, really far in the background. When I am burning this, I get predominantly a beautiful blend of pineapple and melon. This is a fragrance that honestly, if I did not have my channel and I wasn't always, I don't want to say having, but always making the choice to choose to bring candles into my collection for review purposes, I prioritize a lot of my candle budget towards new fragrances. I can only keep like a small amount for candles that I really, really love and want to repurchase. But this is a candle that if I didn't have to prioritize new stuff all the time, I would repurchase it. I really like the fragrance on it. I wish that it was slightly stronger, although I do understand sometimes why pineapple scents. I do think that there are certain fragrances that they have to walk a fine tightrope with, because if they make them too strong, they can come across as a little bit cloying and artificial. And I do think that Harry always tries to maintain authenticity with a lot of his gourmand fragrances. And so this one to me, it was like an average 6, maybe a 7 for me. But really nice fragrance in and of itself. So another HOMEWORX fragrance that I finished burning, and I actually have 2 of these in my collection. This is Vanilla Bean Ice Cream. I think that this is, again, you guys always know that I say a vanilla fragrance in your collection is like a little black dress. I always want to have a vanilla fragrance to pair with other scents that sometimes I'm not always sure what I want to burn complementary to them. So the fragrance notes on Vanilla Bean Ice Cream are Madagascar vanilla bean, caramel cream, cinnamon, and crystallized sugar. The pour date on this candle was November 23rd of 2023. And again, this one burned fairly all the way down, burned really cleanly. You can see there's no soot on this. The wicks were not an issue at all for me. None of my HOMEWORX wicks were actually issues at all for me. You guys know that a lot of these more recent pours, I do usually allocate 4 to 5 hours of burn time to at least get an adequate full pool on the first burn, but successive burns, they usually pull out within an hour for me after that. This is nice. Again, not a powerhouse fragrance because it is vanilla. I do believe that it is very authentic to this being a vanilla ice cream scent. I do get a creaminess from this. There is something in here that reminds me of a vanilla ice cream. I actually say sometimes it reminds me of like the Betty Crocker frosting that you get at the store, like their vanilla frosting. When you first pull off that foil lid, that first whiff, that's kind of what this candle reminds me of. But the more that it burns, you definitely get that like creamy ice cream accord. This one is really nice to burn, especially if you have any of like the farm stand collection, if you have the farm stand strawberry. I did actually just recently order the farm stand peach. You guys know that I will be burning that when Cody is not home. If you guys are new to my channel, my husband detests peach fragrances. He does not like the smell of peach. So if I burn them, I always burn them before he gets home. He doesn't make a big stink if I'm burning them. Regardless, he's just like, oh, it smells like trash in here. That's what he'll say. But yeah, really great fragrance. But again, it's not a powerhouse, but a really nice scent. Here's a Kringle Reserve fragrance that honestly, you guys, I do want another one of these. I think that on my next Kringle order, I will probably throw another one in my cart. I did have to prioritize this month the new country candle releases that came out. More of my money was prioritized towards getting those large jars, but I think that I am going to make sure that I get another one of these candles. This is Kringle Reserve Lime Splash. So this one was actually sent to me in PR last year. I believe that this was in the summer of 2023 that this came out. There are no fragrance notes listed on the bottom of this. Pour date on this one was June 16th of 2023. So I have a feeling I got this like in July. And I've mentioned before in my dedicated review of this, okay, first off, the lid is really on that one. All right, there we go. I mentioned in my dedicated review that when I initially got this in last summer, I thought it smelled kind of like Irish Spring, or it was kind of soapy. Not soapy, but there was something about it that I was like, I like it, but I have a feeling that I will enjoy this fragrance a lot more like in the month of May. For whatever reason, I tend to burn a lot of fruity citrus fragrances in the month of May. By the time I hit mid-June, July, I veer more towards like tropical coconut sunscreen type of fragrances. So I put this back in my closet, busted it out again this year, and let me tell you, I really, really fell in love with this fragrance. This was one of those candles that the more that I burned it, the more I loved it. It is a very fresh, effervescent lime scent. There's no vanilla base in this, so I do like the HOMEWORX Key Lime Cake. I do like Vanilla Lime from Yankee, but those are more of like a gourmand type of lime fragrance. This is very much like a fresh lime. It's kind of hard for me to really like describe, but I did do a dedicated review on it. This one is also very strong, and I found that it paired really nicely with a lot of other fragrances in my collection. I liked burning it with the Sweet Geometry, which is kind of like a cherry, like a creamy cherry ice cream type of fragrance from Kringle Reserve. I also burned this with their Reserve Orange fragrance. I mean, it's very versatile. Believe it or not, a lime fragrance can be very versatile. And I really like burning this one. I like to make a lot of Mexican food. I live in Arizona, so good Mexican food is a priority here. And I find that lime fragrances really complement the natural flavors of Mexican cuisine when I'm cooking it. And oh my goodness, that was really loud. So I definitely plan to purchase another one of those at some point soon. And then the final candle that I have burned up already is another HOMEWORX candle. You guys, I'm really making my way through some of these HOMEWORX candles. This is Frozen Rainbow Pop. This one was sent to me in PR. Fragrance notes on this are icy grape, summer berries, caramelized sugar, and vanilla. The pour date on this one is my son's birthday. It was poured on December 4th, 2023. And this one, again, another one, you guys, burned good to the last drop. We are also in the season where an occasional bug gets into the house. Funny thing, the other day we actually we found some little bugs like this in the house, and my 10-year-old daughter has a Venus flytrap. She's into like fun little quirky things. I love it. I love it so much about her. And so she was feeding her flytrap with some of these said bugs, and I was like, hey, it's nature. My younger two children are technically homeschooled. They attend like a we call it like a micro school where they get a lot of their tutoring done. But we always joke in the homeschool community that you're always educating your children with things. And I also want to just say my oldest child attends public school, so I don't take a stance one way or the other. I am a firm believer in whatever you are teaching your children in the home, that is going to be the best education across the board for them. Anyways, this candle To me, I'm going to tell you, it's not a repurchase for me. We were the HOMEWORX ambassadors. Sometimes when they offer us PR, they will oftentimes send us a couple of choices, and they'll say, pick 2 out of these 5. And I, of course, like to try prioritizing getting the candles that have not been released before. And so this is one of the candles that I saw that this was new, but we didn't have the fragrance notes. And I will tell you that if I would have seen that there were grape notes in here, I probably would have thought twice, because while it wasn't a bad fragrance, it was very much a grape heavy scent. It's very sugary. I don't want to say juvenile. There was an iciness to this. It did remind me of a popsicle, but it's a fragrance that I like. But do I want my whole house to smell like it? No. And of course, wouldn't it be so that this candle was like a solid 8.5, 9 in terms of strength and throw. It was very, very strong for me. And again, it burned really cleanly all the way down to the last drop. So if you are somebody who likes popsicle type of fragrances or anything like that, then I think that you would have liked that fragrance. And I'm not sure if that one's yet on sale over at the Slatkin & Co website. I do know that they moved a lot of summer fragrances down to like an $18.99 price point. And I do have a discount code. It is an affiliate one with them, but that will be listed down below if you're interested in purchasing any of those. But that's it so far for my monthly empties. So far, I have finished burning 7 candles. You guys know that I am really kind of in the thick of reviewing a lot of fragrances right now. I'm in the midst right now, as I'm filming this, of getting my post-burn thoughts together on that whole new Kringle Reserve collection. In fact, by the time this video goes up, I will have a couple of dedicated reviews on that collection starting to get going. So lots of fun stuff here. But again, let me know in the comment box down below, do you like this mid-month empties? Because if you guys do, I'll continue to do it. Honestly, it saves me some space because I don't like clutter around my house, and I actually keep my empty candles in the garage. So I know that my husband is very relieved when he goes to get into his game freezers. He's like, I want to get some elk out, but your candles are all sitting on top of the freezer. And I'm like, sorry. So this helps kind of keep things a little bit decluttered. So thank you guys very much for sitting with me and hearing all of my random thoughts about candles. Sometimes I still can't believe that you guys all like to talk about this stuff with me. My friends, it's so funny. My friends are like, that's a thing. And I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, there's a niche for everything. And truthfully, I love talking candles. It's funny. None of my friends in my personal life, like, it's funny because they're not into candles like this. Like, I don't think they would really like listen to dedicated reviews and go that far into it. But you better believe I get requests from them every once in a while. They're like, Katie, you got any candles that you want to offload? And I'm like, well, okay, I see you over there. Like, they always compliment me on how nice my house smells. So it's all right. I never mind doing that. I actually wish a lot of you guys lived closer to me, because then I feel like candles that don't work for me or whatnot, like, we would just have this great exchange going on. But I'm rambling, as I usually do at the end of videos. I do want to say thank you so much again for spending your time here with me today. Please don't forget to hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. I do lots of candle content here on my channel. It is one of the things that brings me a lot of joy in my life. But until my next one, you guys, I hope that you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.